Good morning.
Good
We're back
morning.
again. Hello.
How are
to
you?
Oh, did you warm up your coffee? No drama,
I actually
mama.
got more.
Oh, God. No drama,
I'm going
mama.
to move this a little bit because I think I moved it.
Did you get cut out?
Did I do
Look
what?
what Cheryl Ann gave me. Little sweet breads. This has got custard. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but it's... but
I don't know, but I'm eating it.
I'm going to eat it. It looks pretty good.
There's a Mexican store
my coffee.
that we love to go get our sweet breads from. And so, yeah, that one's just lightly sugared. This one's just like a lightly sugared.
A cinnamon flavor to it or something? I thought it
That one shouldn't, but maybe that one does. And this one just has custard. It has 3 different types. And then this one has a different type of custard filling. But they're just different placement. Yeah, they're all different, but they're the same, if that makes sense. But anyway, I don't make any sense.
They're all different.
They're all different, but they're the same. People are like,
what does that mean?
okay, a little loco. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll just be quiet.
Yeah.
No drama llama.
We're
and drink my
doing
coffee.
mini-so. This is mini-so 11. Are you okay?
Yeah, now I'm good. Thank you.
Mini-so 11.
Oh
And
my
what we're
goodness.
talking about today, and this became an important topic for me, is called There Are No Perfect People.
And you just saw, I'm far from perfect.
No perfect people. How'd that come about for us
How'd that come
to talk
about?
Or for me to talk about, or us to talk about? I'd say for us to talk about. No perfect people. Because people keep asking me, how do you pick your people to talk about? Or what about this about that person? They did this. And I was like, in my naivete and innocence, reading about certain people in history and think, oh, I'm going to do this about this person. And someone will say, no, you can't. Even though they were so famous because of this, and that, the negative stuff. And I didn't even know about the negative stuff, but I'm learning about the negative stuff.
But that's one person's perspective, too.
Well, no, it's in history books.
It's in history, but
I didn't even look at that part of the history of it because...
I know what you're saying.
Because I'm always looking at the positive side.
Right.
So, that said, we're going to pick people that you're going to have problems with.
Pushing your buttons, people.
When people ask me, how did I pick that person? What inspired me? Sometimes it's going to hit a nerve with someone. Or my politics might not align with yours. Or yours.
No, that's a very good point.
Or your religious beliefs. Or
That's
your personal beliefs. And that's okay. When you're a grown-up adult, you learn that it's okay to disagree. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to have different beliefs and opinions. And it's okay to make mistakes. And, never let your fear decide your future. So if you've made mistakes and you're not perfect.
Right.
Because I thought about that. And that was by, who's that by? INTA underscore quote.
Yeah. Insta quote, yeah.
Is that Insta?
I think it's under Insta. I think it's this quote.
No, it's Instagram. But that's Inta quote. No, there's no S on there.
Oh, there's not. Oh,
Inta
I
quote.
know my glasses.
Inta underscore quote.
Inta
Look at me.
quote.
I'm a martial artist. Inta quote. Look at it.
And the report.
It's going to happen.
Exactly.
Anyway.
No more coffee for me. Or sugar. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing.
I was thinking about that, and then I went down a rabbit hole and thought, oh my God, if anybody dug up dirt on me, and there's plenty of it from my youth, or my 20s, or 30s, maybe 40, no, I doubt it.
I need to start getting into her
But
class.
I'd say 20s for sure.
Yeah.
But, none of us are perfect.
No.
And you shouldn't
You shouldn't judge someone on their
fear.
past.
No, you really shouldn't, because, unless they don't learn from it or grow from it,
right?
Then judge away if you want. But I have a hard time with this picking of people now because, or liking certain artists that have done things that are unscrupulous or bad things, and it's like, God, they're making it it's making it really hard to start picking people after a while because they're picking people apart so much
it shouldn't be that way. See, I try not to let that influence me, but
try
you
not
had
to
somebody,
as
it
well.
sounds like, that talked to you and said, why are you doing that?
Yeah, and then I start reading about people because I remember doing a report on someone, a world figure, and I only saw the positive because that's the way my brain automatically goes to, no matter what I've been through in my life. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of negativity and a lot of pain. But I always have that spirit.
Go to the light, yeah.
Go to the light. I always go to the light. And so in my naivete, I didn't even think that this person could have possibly had any negative things in his life. It was all positive.
Right.
I guess that wasn't the case.
Well,
but
and that's a great segue to we do a surface research. Yeah. So we don't microscope the people that we go through. We pick out the highlights, the great things they've done,
the obstacles they've overcome.
Exactly, like Danny Trejo. I did him. People could go, oh my gosh, but he was in prison and he was involved in this, he was involved in that. Right. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. But what you do, that was his past. You see what he fast forward, what he's doing now. Now, unfortunate, there's going to be some people that are going to be questionable because they're going to have that 50-50 mix. Yeah. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get out what the good is and what, good has happened. I mean, it's like I want to give an example, but I won't because then I'll go down the rabbit hole. But it's
I could give a good example too of like amazing recording artists or like or people that are so far back in the history. Like I was reading this article about this man and woman, and it's like, oh, but they were siblings and they were married. Well,
they did that
400 years ago.
Yeah, they did that.
They did that, and it's like we don't do that now, hardly ever. But there was a famous artist in the last century that did. Married a cousin, and that he was an amazing artist. Yeah, he was so talented. So we don't discount that gift he gave to the world of his comedy and music. But
you bring up a good point. So when you're, how do you want to say that? When you are in certain places where you are, I'm trying to figure a way to say it fast. Knowledge. So we were just talking about knowledge and the person that she was talking about. Yeah. When you have these little podunk towns, I don't mean podunk in a bad way, just these little rural, is a better word, areas, and you don't have the outside knowledge or the influences. Right. And you are in a zone where this is the way life's been. Right. And you're not caught up with the outer circle. No. And so for this area, it's the norm. It's the norm. And so people don't know that they're wrong, or the built up prejudice that are down through time, through their family. I could go there too with my dad, just the things that were like, wait, that's the way we grew up. But then you learn more, because I swear, I feel like we talked about I was locked in a room and then I came out and I'm like, the world's really different. So I can understand where that's at. So we just have to cut people some slack. Obviously not if they're murdering people, that's all a different story. But what I'm saying is...
Unless it's self-defense.
Yeah, unless it's self-defense. Yes, we're going to get you. But no, so it's like we will be telling these stories about these people. Right. Everybody's going to have the dark or the uncomfortable or the bad, but then there's going to be light that comes out of those people. So what we're doing is we're shining on the light, the inspiring stories of how maybe this person was in a really dark corner, like Danny Trejo. Right. And did you see one of my friends actually got to, Jeannie, she got to meet him. And she's like, man, he was an amazing guy. So you can take a person that's just horrible and they can change if they want to, and they can become this amazing person.
They can.
But it's what you brought up a great segue, because we need to let you guys know that we're going to be stirring the pot. There's going to be uncomfortable moments, and we're not picking sides. We're not shining the spotlight on negativity, bad stuff. We're shining the light on the parts of their lives if they have a dark side, we're shining the bright side, and how a person can be good. That's all of that. So thank you for listening to that.
And they can still have...
Yeah, we all have to have our own thoughts. Or,
they can have qualities that we may not agree with or might not have agreed with in history.
Right.
But that was part of their life, and we can't erase that.
Right. Well, I'm sorry that...
But there are no perfect people.
Oh, there's no perfect. I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. And you know what?
But I have perfect pastries.
I have perfect friend. Perfect friend. I'm glad I'm quirky. I'm glad I'm the way I am because I don't, this touches a nerve on my side because when we grew up, and no disrespect to my dad was trying to do something in the positive in the way he had a really hard life. I should do my dad someday and all the stuff that went through on him.
Let's do that.
But he, we were like never good enough. We were like, what'd you do that for? That was really stupid. So, I'm okay with being naive to a point. I'm okay with my goofiness. I'm okay that I'm not perfect. And I'm hoping you guys all out there are not striving for perfect, because then you're missing a lot of opportunity like we do, like on our podcasts aren't perfect.
No.
But I think that's what's so fun because we don't rehearse this, people. No. We come out here, we're speaking from our hearts, we're going on a wave, I mean, we have our little bit of research that we've done.
Yeah.
She's great at it.
I'm not.
I'm more the squirrel, but it's don't be perfect, and please don't beat us up for expecting us to give a perfect presentation on people and have perfect people. There's no perfect people out there.
That's exactly. Mini-so today.
And a report, as you'd say.
And a report. So here's another quote for you from +energy_plus from Instagram, which we love them.
Yeah, they have great stuff.
Don't let a little negativity stop from seeing all the good that's around.
Perfect. See,
we nailed it.
Yeah, we nailed it. So they nailed it. So exactly. So I'm glad you brought that up because that's sad because we unfortunately history is history.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it seems like the world's trying to wash out history. Mm-hmm. But there's a negative side of that. You wash history and guess what's going to happen? You're going to repeat history. So what we need to do is we need to learn from history. And we need to go a different, opposite way from it. You're a noise. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
I just hit my microphone, so I'm making noise. So that's a perfectly said. I should have just shut up on that.
No perfect people.
No perfect people. So, all right, but we're going to have a perfect day. Because, you know what? It's what you make it.
That's right.
And she's always been in the positive, happy. I thought of you. I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday trying to get some, I'm making a bulletin board for work. And because bulletin boards are so pricey. So, anyway, squirrel moment. So I saw this big, and I swear I'm going to buy it for you. I don't know where we go to your house. There's this big smiley face. And it's all neon. Like the one I have.
Yeah.
One day she's going to have this. It's going to be on her wall or hanging on her door or something. But it just reminded me of her because the big happy smiley face. So that's I bought her one, but her husband jacked it. So now I need to get her own.
That was cool. That was really
little light up and changes colors in the whole bit.
Did jack.
But we'll give him the happy. So we're just gonna go bigger on the happy next time.
Well, I like being happy.
Yeah,
I'm not perfect though. Trust me, I have my moments.
Well, they say it takes more energy and you use more muscles when you are upset and angry and pouty all the time.
Mm-hmm. And maybe you're just born with it.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry. Anyway, didn't mean to snort there. But anyway.
Okay, be kind.
Be kind and good. And thank you for making a great day. Ciao.
See you.